everyone, it's Bev here. Welcome to a new video on the Bev Show YouTube channel. Thank you so much for clicking on and choosing to watch. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the highly debated AFL Twilight Grand Final. It's fair to say for many years the Twilight AFL Grand Final idea has been highly debated by many people in the footy landscape. But after many years, we have finally seen what a Twilight AFL Grand Final looks like. It wasn't at the MCG, it was at Optus Stadium. But now we have a blueprint moving forward, and now we know what a Twilight AFL Grand Final can look like if we decide to do it again. In this video, I'm going to share with you my thoughts. We're going to have a discussion about this highly debated topic. So, let's not muck around. Let's get straight into it. Now, I'll be honest. I've always held the view that the AFL Grand Final should be played at the MCG at 2:30 p.m. every single year. However, that was my view before I attended the 2021 AFL Grand Final in Perth. I thought this year's AFL Grand Final was a great experience. I loved it. Now, I know what some of you are going to say. Oh, but Bev, your team lost. You shouldn't have liked the Grand Final. Well, just putting the result aside and focusing on the event, I thought Perth and Optus Stadium did a phenomenal job, a fantastic job with this year's AFL Grand Final. I loved the event. Not the result, the event. And obviously that's made by how good the stadium is. Optus Stadium is a phenomenal stadium. It's spectacular. Like, we've all seen it on telly and we've all thought, wow, that stadium is so good. But let me tell you, when you're there in person, experiencing the stadium in person, it's 100,000 times better. I mean, the design is just simply superb, outside and inside. Obviously, they've got all the flashy lights, and it's a very atmospheric stadium as well. So the atmosphere inside the stadium is a really good experience. Now, I wouldn't go as far to say that Optus Stadium is a better venue than the MCG. I still think the Melbourne Cricket Ground, with its history and its tradition, not to mention the larger capacity, is still a better venue than Optus Stadium. But Optus, for me, is clearly the second best, and it's clearly better than any other venue in Australia besides the MCG, of course. But I also liked the entertainment. I know some of you might not agree with that. Some of you might think the entertainment was poor and bad, but I enjoyed the entertainment, in particular the halftime entertainment. I loved how the lights went out. Optus Stadium really made the most of their flashy coloured lights. There were fireworks. It was just a spectacular thing. And then I also loved how the game started in the day. We got the backdrop of the sun setting in Perth, and then the game finished in the night with the post-AFL Grand Final celebrations, the player medals, the awarding of the Premiership Cup, and then the fireworks going with all of that as well. I just thought that was just simply brilliant. So, summing it all up, I thought Perth did a fantastic job with this year's AFL Grand Final, and everyone involved in making it possible this year should be really proud. So, as I mentioned, I've always held the view that the AFL Grand Final should be played at the MCG 2:30 p.m. every single year. However, that view changed when I walked out of Optus Stadium on Grand Final day, and I now am well and truly open to an AFL Twilight Grand Final again in the future. And I would go as far to say that I think we should try a Twilight Grand Final at the home of footy, the MCG. Now, don't get me wrong, I think next year, if the AFL Grand Final is at the MCG, and we do all hope it is, I do think it should be played at 2:30 to get some normality back in the game. Of course, the last couple of years have been quite tough with COVID-19. But after next year, or maybe the year after, I think we should try an AFL Twilight Grand Final at the MCG. See how it goes. I guess Optus Stadium being a very new stadium and just being recently built, it has some new tech features such as the coloured flashy lights, the design, etc. to make a Twilight AFL Grand Final look and feel spectacular. But I think a Twilight Grand Final would also look and feel spectacular at the MCG as well. I mean, it's the home of footy. It's situated in a beautiful part of Melbourne. It's a 100,000 capacity stadium. And I think, to be honest, a Twilight Grand Final may be the way to go moving forward. Now, I'm completely against a night Grand Final. I don't want to see it ever again. I didn't really like the night Grand Final at the Gabba last year. I just thought, nah, it didn't feel great. Didn't feel right at all. But a Twilight Grand Final, at least you still get the game ending at a reasonable time. Whereas a night Grand Final, that's not the case. So in conclusion, is it a yay or nay from me for another AFL Twilight Grand Final? It's a yay from me, absolutely. Would love to see it again, but I'd like to hear what you guys think. I'm sure you've all got different opinions. Are you against the idea of an AFL Twilight Grand Final? And if so, why are you against it? If you are in favour of it, again, why are you in favour of it? Comment your thoughts down below. Let's have a big discussion about this because this has definitely been a highly debated topic over the last few years. But now that we've seen it in action, albeit at a different stadium, Optus Stadium and not at the MCG, but now that we've seen it, I think we can definitely sort of all give our thoughts on what we think. So comment down below your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please press the subscribe button. I am trying to do a lot more content on this YouTube channel now. I'm trying to do one video a week at the least. So if you do press that subscribe button, then you'll be rest assured that you will see at least one video a week flash through your YouTube homepage. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Until the next video, take care of yourself. Catch you later.